intro. Hey, what's up, guys? I was just singing along with my intro. So today I am reviewing the latest, after a 7-year hiatus, the latest Catherine Bigelow movie, House of Dynamite. It is currently streaming on Netflix. Let's dive into it. So just a heads up, I'm going to talk about the synopsis. I'm going to do a little bit of spoilers. So if you haven't watched the film yet, I would caution you not to move forward because I will be spoiling some of the elements of it. But needless to say, there's not too much to spoil. If you watch the trailer, to be honest, it's kind of pretty straightforward. But let me first off read the synopsis. Okay, so here is the synopsis. A House of Dynamite is a 2025 American apocalyptic political thriller directed by awesome female director Catherine Bigelow and written by Noah Oppenheim. The film features an ensemble cast led by Idris Elba, Rebecca Ferguson, Gabriel Basso, Jared Harris, and Tracy Letts. Okay. The story is the plot follows the United States government as it formulates an official response to a single nuclear missile launched by an unidentified adversary. So one thing you may not know, or this doesn't say, but I'll go and explain it. There's a nuclear missile headed towards the city of Chicago, and basically, they don't know where it's coming from. There is the movie's sort of like 24, where it's just like you're getting insight into a limited window of what's happening and how people are reacting. Everything is very much happening at the moment, and the way that this film it tells its story. It tells its story in three parts with three different perspectives. It's giving the perspective of the CIA, I believe, or not CIA. I might be wrong on this, but it's Rebecca Ferguson's team in the Pentagon. It's also giving a perspective of the same thing happening, of the same story unfolding through the perspective of the military. And then it's also giving the perspective, the third one, from the perspective of the president, who's played by Idris Elba. Now, I'm going to get to that criticism. I got some thoughts and criticisms on that. But first off, let me kind of tell you what I liked about the film. To be fair, the film definitely gets tension really well. There's the heightened tension of understanding, like, oh my God, like we have no idea what the hell is happening here. There's this missile that's coming towards us, or this bomb that's coming towards us, and everything we're trying is not working. So it gets the hysteria down, the panic, and you feel the tension. And what is also great about it is we are currently, with all the stuff that's happening in the world, the fear of nuclear annihilation is very real. And so the movie starts off that way, you get that feeling, and it feeds off that feeling, that paranoia. And I think the first two parts of the film are really well done. Then here's kind of where my criticism comes in. The third part of this film, I think, just blows. And the reason why it blows is, we start off feeling like we are in a very realistic world, and this is a reality that's very tangible to the current state of the world that we live in. And then you find out by the third part that Idris Elba is the president of the United States. Now, I like Idris Elba. I think he's amazing. If you asked me right now if I would love him to be my president, hell effing yeah, I would want Idris Elba to be my president. But if you're trying to create a film where you're really trying to relate to the reality that we live in now, and then you cast Idris Elba as your president, immediately the reality gets sucked out of the film, and the film just kind of falls apart, and the believability just goes away. With that being said, too, the movie ends. So this is where we get to the little spoiler portion. You don't. The movie just ends, and you don't see the nuclear explosion. You just see maybe a group of people going to a bunker, and you don't really understand. Like you just don't really know what happens and what the fallout is, and that's fine if you want to end your movie there. But it just seems like there should be so much more commentary. It almost seems like a very, and if you watch the film, it just seems like a very incomplete movie. It's lacking something. So, final thoughts. If you were to ask me whether or not to watch this movie, I would say yes. And the reason why I would say yes is because it's on Netflix. And so you're not having to pay buku money to watch it. It's just part of your Netflix collection already. I definitely wouldn't have gone to a movie. I think if I went to a movie theater and paid good money to go see it, I probably would be very disappointed, but I didn't. I think the reasons why to watch the movie is because Catherine Bigelow is just a freaking amazing director. Her style is awesome. I mean, just go back and look at anything she's done. Point Break, Hurt Locker. I mean, she's just freaking awesome. She's a rock star. The also too that you've got a really good cast ensemble as well on here. I mean, you've got so many good actors on camera here. I mean, starting with like, and Idris. It's funny. I didn't even know Idris Elba. I'm saying his name wrong. I didn't even know he was in this film until later. But yeah, Rebecca Ferguson, Gabriel Basso. I mean, these guys are. Anthony Ramos is in it. Tracy Letts. Even Greta Lee's in this film. They're all just freaking doing an awesome job. So it's worth checking out for that. I just kind of feel like going into this film, just know that there's going to be a level of disappointment by the time you get to the end, because the film ultimately doesn't really fulfill. It's like when you go to a restaurant and you see something on the menu, it's like, oh man, this is going to be so good. And then when you get the meal, and then when you get it, it's like, by the end of it, you're like, this didn't really hit the place that it wanted to hit. But anyway, those are my final thoughts, guys. And yeah, thank you for watching. And I'll sign off. Box office Ricky saying this, guys, in a world where you can be anything, why not be kind to each other? So thanks for watching, guys. I'm out, and I will let you know what my next review is. There is a couple. I know I want to check out that new Emma Stone film. Oh, and real quick, don't forget, if you have any comments about what you thought about the film, by all means, comment, put it on there. I would love to hear what you guys think. All right, guys, talk to you soon. Bye.